in this process of awareness awakening to itself, asking questions is one way of focusing attention. And there are those classical questions, who am I? What am I? That are the core of self-inquiry. And the question I put up right alongside those is the question, what kind of mind do I have? What kind of mind do you have? Is it an open mind or a closed mind? Is it a rigid mind or a flexible mind? Is it a curious mind or an uncurious mind? Is it a knowing mind or unknowing mind? Is it a prejudicial mind or a non-prejudicial mind? Is it an excitable mind or a calm mind? The significance of finding out what kind of mind you have lies in the fact that the world you see, the world you inhabit, the perceptual world you inhabit, is going to be dictated by the kind of mind that you have. And if your mind is an insecure mind, an uncertain mind, and it says things like, my life is shit, my relationship is lousy, my job stinks, I've got nowhere to go, I own nothing, I'm renting, I live out of a car, I feel like a dweeb, running, getting nowhere. It's not going to be very much of a surprise, is it? That the perceptual reality you inhabit is going to be one where no matter where you look, the glass is half empty. Do you have a whimsical mind? Do you have a mind that's always filled with magical thinking of how things could be otherwise? Or do you have a negative mind? The kind of mind that you have, I find, is a critical question. And you go into this process of looking at what kind of mind that you have without foreshadowing what you would like it to be. Don't say, I've got an open mind, an intelligent mind, an educated mind, a really good mind. Take all of that superimposition away and simply look and listen to that self-commentary in your head, that personal narrative, and determine from that what kind of mind you actually have. And don't start to try to fix it or manipulate it or change it. Just watch and learn. What kind of mind do you have? And in that process, come to learn and see what's your relationship to that mind. Are you trying to boss your mind around? Are you trying to discipline your mind? Are you trying to still it? Are you trying to quiet it? Do you leave mind alone to do its own thing? Do you recognize that mind is simply mind, and the thoughts it has are simply thoughts, not necessarily reality? You come to understand that mind, through this body, looking through the pinhole of its individual perspective, never sees the entire sky, never sees all of absolute reality, sees instead a very singular, tiny piece of it. All my mind, your mind, ever can talk about is individual perspective, relative truth. That's all any of these spiritual teachers or gurus can ever really tell you, is how things look like to them, not how it actually is. And they should be telling you, find out for yourself, and many of the good ones, in fact, do that. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. See for yourself. Feel for yourself. Hear for yourself. Taste for yourself what truth and awareness feels like, looks like, in your circumstances, in your body. What kind of mind do you have? And what relationship do you have to it? Is it monkey mind, running all over the place, jumping to conclusions, making things up? Is it not knowing mind, and how does that feel, not knowing? Do you feel stupid, ignorant, out of it, clueless, passive? Or do you have knowing mind, controlling mind? I will look at this chaotic world we live in, and I will make sense of it, and I will organize it, and I will have exercise of control in my particular domain. What's your relationship to mind? I think it's an important question, and you want to spend time with it. Maybe you want to go into it deeply, or maybe not. A couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, something, if you're interested in this awareness awakening to itself. Understand that that involves shifts in perception. From the mind-oriented, intellectual, conceptually based understanding to non-conceptual understanding. As you watch mind, you will come to realize, to your chagrin or otherwise, I was a little bit disappointed, for example, when I found that I have a conditioned mind. My mind is conditioned to know certain things, who I am, for example, the mind-created sense of me, that my name is Tony, that I was born in Managua, Nicaragua, that I am currently living in Florida, a retiree, that I have a graduate degree in psychology, that I spent 30 years in the insurance industry, the last 20 in litigation, business torts and business litigation. My mind is a conditioned mind. And to find that out for yourself, that that is a given, can be a little disturbing. It was for me. But as I sat and meditated and watched mind, I began to see that there is that which is aware of mind, that which is awareness, and that which is prior to mind, prior to thoughts, prior to concepts, prior to language. And that is also what we are. To finding out what kind of mind you have doesn't require you getting rid of it. It just means recognizing it for what it is. Recognize its function and its purpose. It's trying to make sense of the world around. And when it doesn't know, it makes things up. It jumps to conclusions. It doesn't like a void. Mind is very fallible. What kind of mind do you have? Just check it out.